All right, we have
We have what?
15 minutes to record this
Why?
because the college football playoffs start.
If we're a little late for it, it'll be okay.
No, it won't.
I'll be okay.
You're fine, okay. And we're back.
We are. Where'd we go?
Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
And then stuff and
I know.
things.
Yep, I know.
All right.
But we're back.
We are back. Welcome to the Matt and Fiona Show. Thank you for joining us today. I, over Christmas, over the break, lost my voice and have been fighting, trying to get it back for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now.
2 weeks.
2+ weeks.
Easily. Yep.
Yep. So this is as good as it gets right now.
Sorry.
But I posted last week about how we were going to be back and we didn't have a new episode because of this. But we're back because I didn't want to leave it another week, even though this is how I sound. So
much better, though.
Oh, it's way better than last week. So you get to deal with this week. All right. We're going to talk today about essentially what I planned to talk about when we did year-end planning back in December.
I know.
And kind of planned out the first couple episodes of this year, which I've now subsequently forgot all but this one. I might have it written down. I don't know. We'll find out.
We have some of them written down. We'll get to them.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So we're going to jump right in. And as it's January, people typically do a lot of normal things and kind of stereotypical things in January. Specifically, they join gyms, which by now, because it's what, the 19th?
Yeah.
Most of you that joined a gym have stopped going, which is great.
Quite a few people, yeah.
Yep. I didn't stop going because I didn't start. But we talk a lot typically about goal setting for the new year and kind of planning out what you want your year to look like and your New Year's resolutions and all of that stuff. So I'm going to try real hard not to trash significantly on New Year's resolutions. Other than if you do them, congratulations. Hopefully they work for you. But what I really wanted to talk about was kind of give you a brief overview of how we approach goal setting and planning for the year,
right,
and all those kinds of things. Again, this is not overly complicated. This is fairly simplistic stuff, but I'm always amazed at the number of people who, when I mention randomly in conversations, how we do some of these things, how people seem to be surprised.
Right.
Not maybe because we're doing it or I'm doing it, but also just because I'd argue this doesn't get talked about enough in church circles, beyond kind of like hey, we're watching the ball drop and they're talking about New Year's resolutions. And that'd be the be all and the end all. So what we're really talking about here is vision casting.
Right.
And what you are looking to do in the new year, what you're looking to accomplish, what you're putting your faith to, and kind of what that vision is.
Right.
So I want to start with kind of the main verse that we use all the time for this to kind of get started, and then we'll dig into a little bit of kind of our process and how we get there. And I'm going to let you do a lot of talking because
You're fine.
I'm getting close. All right. Proverbs 29:18. This is in the King James, which is the one I like the most for this one. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keeps the law, happy is he. So again, fairly simplistic. If you've been in, church setting or Christian settings, you've heard this. But It is very, very important. If you want to be successful, if you want your family to be successful, if you want your walk with God to be successful, you have to cast a vision for what that will look like.
Right.
So we do a couple of things. Again, our year's been a little caught off by a bunch of stuff that happened, which I'm not getting into today. Some of you know, some of you don't. Bad, but not bad. Sort of, I don't know.
Leave it there.
Yep. But typically what we do is between Christmas and New Year's, we both kind of spend some time separate and together, kind of meditating on what we try to find a key verse
Yep.
that kind of goes out and, it's kind of the focus
Right.
of what we feel our year is going to be. And then we put together a couple of points,
Right.
right? Some years there's more, some years there's less, of kind of what we're putting our faith on, what we want to achieve, where we want to see ourselves. Excuse me. And then, we try to condense that into a form,
Right.
or sorry, like a one sheet.
Yep.
And then we post that in various places in the house.
Yep.
So that, the moment we wake up, as we're walking out of our bedroom, we see it. It's on our bulletin board thing at the back door. So the second we come into the house, when we leave the house, it's the first and last thing we see is that vision
Focus.
for
Our
board
focus. Yeah.
for the year. I've seen a lot of people that will do a collage, little arts and crafts,
Right.
and do their vision casting that way. And again, you can put whatever term you want on it, whatever one makes you feel the least uncomfortable. As I'm saying, vision casting, I don't love that.
I was going to say we never really
We've
call
never
it
called it that.
So
No, I've just heard people
I
call
know.
it that.
I wasn't going to call you out on
No,
it or say
you
anything
can.
about
You
it,
can,
but
that's fine. But it really is. It's something where, as I said, we kind of do it together after kind of meditating separately, and then we work through it with the kids a little bit.
yeah.
And we don't do it as a. I'm trying to express this properly. It's a wish list without being a wish list, right?
Yeah.
And
A dream list.
yeah, kind of.
But I think so. I'm going
But
to.
it's not so esoteric.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think there's two elements to it, right? And there's that one element of those definite achievements that we want to be able to accomplish that we kind of set in front of us for the year.
Yeah.
Right? Of we, as large or small as they may be, I don't want to call it a task list, but
Excuse me.
but almost a task list of during this year, we want to be able to accomplish this, 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 and this.
Yeah.
Right. And those are definite focuses where we set ourselves a timeline or it gives us by this time we have to have accomplished this, whether it's in our business, whether it's personal,
Yeah.
whether it's in our house, our home, whether it's a renovation project or whatever it may be. But we almost have like those task lists
Yeah.
that become part of our vision. It also becomes a time where we can almost refocus and reevaluate where we are and where we want to go, where we want to see growth, or where sometimes it's even areas like where we need to pull back. And, we may have been going in this direction and moving in this direction, but it shifts.
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes you have shifts in life of what is important. And I think one of the biggest things is sometimes we've learned over the years that even if it's something that we may have wanted, as you move forward, you can sometimes get the idea that even though you want it, maybe God doesn't.
Yeah.
And there's growth in that. And there's, sometimes that's I would say that's one of the hardest ones sometimes to come to terms with, because you get so focused on you, and what you thought you wanted, and you come to the realization, well, God had different plans, and oh shoot, I better go ahead and readjust my vision to line up with his vision.
Well, and it can even be as simplistic as, and I'm glad you brought up the business side, because I didn't mean to leave that out or not clarify that, but we do this for our family, for our walk, for our day-to-day life, but we also do this for the companies.
Yep.
And, I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the hardest things to do is to recognize something that you've done, again, whether it's in your personal life or your business life. It can be a friendship you have. It can be a whole, a club that you're a part of. And when some of these things come up and they're things that you've done for years, it's really hard to recognize that, that doesn't really fit with our business model anymore, or the model of our family anymore. And one of the things that casting your vision for the year, planning your vision for a new year can do is, if all you do is look forward, which you should be doing, right?
Right.
But if you're not assessing last year, because that's something that we do, again, with our boards, or with our one sheet, is we start that by looking at last year's.
Yeah.
And there's always something on there that we didn't accomplish, right? The one I'm thinking of off the top of my head is we didn't get the kitchen renovated.
Right.
That was on the list. It didn't happen.
We started.
Sort of loosely. That's something that is high on the list for this year.
Right.
Is starting that rental and completing that rental.
Right.
But when we start with in this case, our 2025 one, it allows us to assess that.
Right.
And go, all right, where did we not put our faith hard enough into it? Where did we not put enough effort into it?
Right.
Where did we get lackadaisical? Because there's in Christian circles, it's very easy to come up with religious excuses for why you didn't do something.
Yeah, it's true.
It's so easy to sit back and go, God, the timing wasn't right. And it was, you just didn't do anything.
Yep.
You didn't get off your butt to go accomplish that.
Right.
Right. Sometimes the timing isn't right. But when you assess what you did, and you kind of do an after action of the year and go, what went right, what went wrong, what do we miss on, what did we do that caused a lot of drama that we don't need to bring into the new year.
Yeah, so true.
So, and I'm not going to tell you what business unit it is, in one of my businesses, I've got a division or like a vertical that I thought was going to be good. Not great, but good. And it's caused nothing but headaches.
Yes.
And this year, we're stopping it.
Yeah.
We're closing that vertical.
Yep.
And we are going to, I have some connections with other companies. We're going to feed it to them.
Yep.
Because they're great at it. They like it. And they do it a lot.
Yep.
We're not doing that anymore. It causes too much frustration for not enough benefit.
Yep.
So it's done.
I mean, and that was a lesson we had to learn.
Oh yeah. And we've done this. Sorry, he's trying to record everything.
Oh, okay.
That's fun. But it's something that we've done quite a few times. And it's one of those things that I like to break down vision very simplistically, right? And anytime I'm talking to somebody about faith, especially new Christians, it's a really similar path.
Right.
Of I love seeing people plan out for 2025. I'm going to get married. I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to, bill $1 million. I'm going to sell 50 homes. I'm going to get 100 projects.
Right.
I'm going to, graduate. You can have, and put anything on that list you want. What frustrates me, and again, whether it's vision or faith, it's very similar, is we try hard to make sure, especially as we're teaching our kids through this,
Right.
we try to put some stuff on that board that we know we can easily accomplish so that we get that win.
We still have to work for those.
Oh yeah. No, 100%.
But yes, absolutely.
But it's stuff that, so like a good one that we would use with our kids is we will make our bed every morning.
Right.
Because that should be easily accomplished. It's mostly accomplished. But it's a good one that for the most part, they can win at that every day.
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So when I'm, and this is, excuse me, this is a big one for me because Pastor used to do a goal setting seminar in January of every year.
Right.
And when people don't want Pastor to kind of come after him for a question, they come to me. Now, that's shifted. They now often go to you.
Right.
Probably because of what I'm about to share. But Pastor would do this vision seminar, and we'd have people that, very gung-ho, and they come up to me, afterwards and be like, hey, I'm working on, the form Pastor gave us to fill out for a vision casting. But we did this last year, and I put a bunch on my board that never happened. And I'm a little upset because I put it on my, on my goal setting chart.
Right.
I'm like, cool. What was it, if I can ask? And typically, as I set the scene, it was somebody who was renting an apartment. And they put a lifestyles of the rich and famous, to date myself quite well.
Right.
With Robin Leach. They put a McMansion on their vision board or on their goal setting.
And then they didn't.
That they were going to buy the mansion, the 400 acres with the Bentleys and all the stuff. And I love the ambition.
Good word.
But I question the validity. And what I mean by that is that a dream that you have? Is that a dream God gave you? Is that a dream that you want God to give you? Because those are three specific definitions. And anytime someone would come and complain to me about this, I would say, what did you put on there that like you're going to have to stretch for, but like not like win the lottery stretch for?
Well, and you said something, and this is so true, like some of those, especially with those kids, those little wins.
Yeah.
Right? Seeing that, you set a goal and it becomes achievable and it becomes lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? And it becomes part and parcel with your everyday. And something I was thinking about, the extremes of, the McMansion, when you're renting, sometimes you have got to start, because I know a lot of people that get discouraged and they won't even set goals per se because why?
Yeah.
Right? Because they've got things that they would love in life that they already have doubt and unbelief about even occurring.
Yeah.
Or it's, well, I tried it once, it didn't work, so why bother? But sometimes it does go back. Sometimes it is just those, dare I say, baby steps.
No, it is.
Where if you can start your vision, I mean, for example, some simple things as far as some people just need to get to work on time, right? That is a simple thing.
Or get to church on time.
Or get to church on time. Or sometimes it's even be 5 minutes early.
Yeah.
Because then you're not rushed, right? And if you can start with just some of those little things, for some people it's a get to all Sunday services, or try a midweek, even if it's a once a month, the first week of every month, I get to midweek, right? You want to go all in, and sometimes our heart is to go all in, but then we don't have the strength behind us to actually carry through and actually go all in. And that is not...
It's how you build your faith.
Yeah, but it's an every person thing. That's not there's no fault for you with that. But what happens is I see so many people, well, I'm going to make it to every single service. Well, I just missed 3 weeks, so I'm not even going to bother trying.
Yeah, I'm done.
That's it, right? I really would like to be able to accomplish it. It's just proving to be so hard.
Yep.
But if you did the first week of every month or something, and you start in an area, some way that is achievable.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes that is reprogramming yourself to be able to accomplish that. Even just sometimes that, your work starts at 9 and you find yourself rushed and flustered to get there for 9, and then you're really not productive till 9:30.
Oh yeah.
Right? But if you can shift and just work on some of those small things, when you can shift and adjust the first small thing, then from there, you can move on to the next and you can keep growing. But sometimes those small changes and those small shifts make such a big long-term impact beyond just, I want to achieve A, B, C, D, E, and F, but you get frustrated because you can't get one A, right? And achieving goals that lead to frustration get you nowhere. But achieving accessible goals that become a stepping stone to further success.
Yeah, to bigger goals.
Is a bigger goal. Some people get so upset. They're like, well, I'm going to read the whole Bible in 1 year, and then they...
Read your Bible every day.
Right. Or even just a scripture every day.
That's what I mean.
Right? Like...
Just crack it. Yeah.
Right. So, because I've known so many people that are like, I just can't get through the Bible in a year. I didn't realize how much. And then, of course, I get to Leviticus and, right? Just all those moments that then become, these goals wind up becoming roadblocks.
Yeah.
Instead of stepping stones to success.
Yeah. Well, it's, there's a reason Jesus said, if you only had faith as a mustard seed, right? He didn't say a boulder.
Right.
He didn't say an ocean or a lake. He said a mustard seed, a really, really small thing.
Yeah.
Right. And when it comes to goals and when it comes to vision and working out your year, it's important that you set those big dreams. Right.
Absolutely.
You have big dreams. I don't want to discourage people from dreaming big.
Absolutely not.
But I want to remind you and encourage you to, as you said, let's make sure that we're setting some achievable goals so we can know what success feels like. Mm-hmm. Because whether you're setting a goal, and I keep saying, vision, goals, and faith kind of simultaneously and interchangeably, because they are kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
Just for whatever reason, when we started the new year, we talk about goal setting opposed to, faith charting.
Faith building or whatever. Yeah.
But they are one and the same. You can't have a goal and not have faith.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And faith with no goal is directionless.
But plain and simple, faith without works is dead.
100%.
So you can, if you write your vision,
Yeah.
but you don't take steps
To achieve it.
that vision is worthless. It is dead because you're not activating your faith and working towards that goal.
Yeah. It's it's something where it's easier to use your faith for something small. Right? Mm-hmm. And recognize when you achieve that.
Yep.
And then stretch your faith a little bit more. Stretch your faith a little bit more. And if you go back and look at we have these going back probably 20 years, just about.
Yeah.
Our, goal setting sheets or vision sheets, whatever, I don't know. We don't really call them anything specific.
They're just like our focus points. I don't know.
Our New Year focus.
Right.
The things that are on there, some things are very consistent and have been there, 19 years. Mm-hmm. Some of the other ones have grown and gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Some of them we have not achieved yet. Mm-hmm. A lot of them we have. Mm-hmm. We had a big one 2 years ago, last year, that we achieved.
Right.
In March.
Yes.
That had been on that board for a while.
Yes.
And we achieved it last year.
Yep.
And again, we celebrated that. Mm-hmm. You can take this however you want. You can use this however you want. Mm-hmm. You can implement it however you want. The biggest thing is, if you're going to take the time to write something down for 2026, you've got to put it in a place where you see it.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure that you're looking at it, you're meditating on it, you're praying about it, and not just, God, bring me that, property I want. God, bring me that property I want. Thank you for my property. Mm-hmm. You've got to put in some work. Even if it's as simple as, Lord, show me the steps to take to move in that direction.
Right.
To get closer to that goal that I believe you've given me.
Right.
Right. We don't have to, and you shouldn't, set goals that you only know how to achieve in your own way. Right. And in your own power.
Right.
Right. You should be able to work this through and set some goals that God can help you achieve. Mm-hmm. And that, like, we have a couple that are on our board that we can only achieve with God.
Yes.
There's no way in the natural that we can do it. But they're on our board and we want to do it.
Yep.
And,
and I'll say this. Some of it, I would argue to say, we're still building our faith towards.
Oh, 100%.
Right? We know, and that's the thing. Your faith grows because it starts out at the size of mustard seed. Yep. It has to grow. You need to work that faith. And what happens is some of those smaller steps we take and achieve help to build our faith for some of the larger things that, I've always said, I was like, I know that I've got great faith in certain areas, and in other areas, I still need to build it. I still need to meditate. I still need to remind myself who God is and what his word says. And I still need to eliminate doubt and unbelief in my heart in certain areas. And again, just because you achieve in one area doesn't mean that you've achieved across the board. You still have to focus and grow, but don't give up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest thing is don't give up.
Don't give up.
Write down that vision.
Yep.
And put it in a place where you can see it.
And the last thing that I'll say is, I mean, it's a January 19th, so, maybe you've already done this. Take it as an encouragement to keep going. And, we're a little bit later than we wanted to be with this, but, take it as a renewed encouragement to not put that down because you've already had frustrations and failures, right? Because a lot of times things get in the way, and they get in the way quick when you make goals. But take it as just encouragement to be like, okay, I can fight through this. I can build my faith. I can take one step at a time. Or even maybe recognize and realize that, okay, I do want this. What steps can I actually take to achieve it or get closer to that goal?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great point. All right, we're going to leave it there. As always, do us a quick favor and
share, subscribe.
And all that stuff. But if you got through this whole thing, share it with your friends. That's really all I ask.
Yeah.
We're just trying to, as much as we do this for us, we're just trying to help
and encourage.
Yep. So go do it. All right. Thanks. We will see you next week on another episode of The Matt and Fiona Show. See ya.
Bye now.